Hello, welcome to today's Clarity Reset. Today we are talking about what stays. And I'll start by saying this: not everything still standing is strong, and not everything that feels fragile is actually falling apart. So today we're going to slow down and look at what has genuinely proven it lasts in your business or your life, whatever you want to apply this to. Not what you hope will last and not what you've put a ton of work and time into, but what has actually shown up consistently and held. There's a difference between staying power and just not having quit yet. And so that's what we're going to explore today. So, first, we're going to start with a grounding exercise for the first few minutes. So, I invite you to get cozy in your chair and close your eyes or soften your gaze. Start to pay attention to your breath. Notice as you breathe in through your nose how your chest expands a little bit, your lungs expand a little bit. Maybe you feel it just a tiny bit in your belly too. And as you breathe out, you notice everything just kind of contracts again. Just focus on that simple movement in your body. We'll take a few breaths together, but before we do so, when you breathe in, imagine that you're breathing in clarity, clean air. You're breathing in this clarity that's going to wash all of the maybe chaotic things away. And as you breathe out, let that air attach to anything that feels chaotic or anything that feels like it doesn't fit anymore. Anything stagnant, any energy you're feeling that you don't want anymore. So just as we're doing these breathing exercises, just imagine that. And I'll bring your attention back to it as we're grounding. So, a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it and then breathe it out through your mouth. Again, let go of anything stagnant, stuck, whatever doesn't belong. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe crisp, clean air in through your nose and then out through your mouth. In through your nose and then out through your mouth. And let your breathing return to normal. And again, focus in on those little movements that happen. Don't try to change your breath. Just notice the slight movements in your body when you do breathe. And without you thinking about it, every day, every minute of the day, your body does what it needs to take care of itself. Your body breathes, your heart beats, your organs operate, and you don't have to think about any of that. Your body supports you. So feel strong in it and know that it's got you. Something as simple as just breath and those little movements in your body that you're focusing on. That's really what it's all about. Feeling secure that no matter what, your body's got you. Sometimes it tests us. I'm not denying that. But overall, it's got you. And now we'll take a few more breaths together. But again, remember breathing in that clear, crisp, clean air that's going to attach to anything that's stagnant, stuck, doesn't belong anymore, feels messy, chaotic, undesirable, negative. So just imagine you're breathing in that clean air and breathing out anything that doesn't belong. And so a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, and out through your mouth. And now I invite you to open your eyes, come back to the room, and go ahead and grab your journal. Eveline's giving me hearts. I heart you back. I heart you back. All right, let me find this thing. There you are. Okay, so here we are. We're going to start with a brain dump. So, whatever is in your brain right now, just write it on a piece of paper, write it on your journal, just get it out. Don't stop writing. The key is to write for this entire 2 minutes. And if you don't know what to say, just write that. I don't know what to say. And keep writing that until the next word pops into your head and just keep going. We do this to clear out any fragmented thoughts, any ideas that are just kind of hanging out there, so that when we get to the real journal prompts, you're not sifting through all of that. You don't have to filter through all of the messy stuff. I have a very overactive mind, and I know that a lot of other people do too. And so brain dumping is a great way to kind of get all of that out of your mind. Sometimes it helps you to organize all that mess. Even if it seems stupid, like you're writing some nonsensical thing, it can really, really help. Even just a couple of minutes of your day, it can change everything for the rest of your day. You got another 45-ish seconds left, so just keep going. All right, 10 seconds left. Keep going. All right. The first question: what is still here? It's such a small little question, right? But basically, what I want you to do is look at your business or whatever situation you want to address here. But we're going to say business. So look at your business right now and list what is actually present. And by that, I mean like what clients you have, what offers you have, habits, relationships, systems, practices, all the ways that you show up in your business or in life or in whatever situation you're applying this to. Not what you wish was there. This is what's actually happening, what is actually still standing. I'm going to give you a few minutes to work on this one. List all of it. And this could be things that you're doing on a regular basis, even if they're not really working. Don't judge them yet. We're not judging them yet. We're going to get to that. Just write it all down. So, again, it could be habits, relationships, systems, any of that. You got another couple minutes left. So, keep going. All of it. And think about your day to day because sometimes you're doing things so much out of habit that you don't even realize you're doing it anymore. And it might be that you have some weekly things that you do to prep for the week ahead. So think about those things too. Who are the clients? Who are the people you're actually working with right now? What are the systems you're using? Do you have a CRM you're using? Do you have a way to track your leads when they come in? Do you have a way to keep in touch with clients or customers in certain ways? What is actually still present, still standing, and going on in your business right now, whether or not it's working? You got about 40 seconds left. Okay. So, the next question that I want for you to answer in your journal, which of those things has actually earned its place? So now you're going to go back at the list you just wrote out, and it's not about what you've invested the most in, not about like, I've spent a lot of money on this system. So that doesn't mean it earns its place just because you spend a lot of money on it or because you spend a lot of time on it. It's not the things you're most attached to either. What has shown you through actual evidence that it belongs, that it's serving the purpose that it's there for? This is the proof. What has delivered, what's held up under pressure, or what's kept coming back on its own. Go through your list and be real about that. And maybe some of those things are, yeah, I'm doing the 6, 7 thing over here, but maybe some of those things are, um, you know, maybe they're kind of medium doing the thing, but not all the way. Maybe they need some tweaking. And it's okay if you want to note that, you know, like these things are really rocking it and list those. These things might need a little tweaking and list those. And then it might be that the things, then the rest of them, maybe need to be cut out, but you don't necessarily have to look at that part right now. Just look at the ones that are actually earning their place. We have about 2.5 minutes left, so you still have time. Really look at each one of those things that you wrote down in the first question and Figure out what's actually earned its place. And again, this is not about how much you've invested money wise, time wise, energy wise. It's not about that at all. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what's working and by evidence. Is that thing getting you a client? Is that thing bringing the leads in like it's required, like it's supposed to do, or not? But only the ones that are actually doing the thing that you can show through actual evidence are doing the thing. Those are the ones that earned their place. What's actually delivered, held up under pressure, or even keeps coming back on its own. You got about a minute left. All right, start wrapping it up. Get that final thought out. Okay, so now we're going to take a real honest look at the rest of it. What are you keeping out of habit rather than actual choice? What are you keeping out of habit rather than actual choice? This one, this one requires some courage. What is still in your business because you have not yet decided to remove it? Instead of it might not be working, but it's still there. What are you tolerating? What are you maintaining? What are you holding on to that hasn't earned the same evidence as the things you listed impromptu? And be real. I'm not telling you got to cut it out. I'm not telling you you're not allowed to anymore. So just know, all this is designed to do is to help you acknowledge what's there that may not need to be there. And maybe it serves some other purpose. Maybe it makes you feel good. Maybe it makes you whatever. There's a lot of different ways that something can be successful. I totally got distracted by a squirrel outside the window running, and I thought it was funny because I'm a squirrel being distracted by a squirrel. So I thought I'd share. Okay, so back to it. You have a few minutes. See your laughs, Evelyn. You have a few minutes to get real with this one. So just keep going. Again, what are you keeping out of habit in your business or whatever situation you're applying this to rather than actual choice? It's not necessarily doing the job it's supposed to do. You're just kind of tolerating it, maintaining it, holding on to it, being consistent about it, maybe. But it's not earning the same evidence as the things listed impromptu. And this doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong, by the way. So don't be hard on yourself if you're realizing some things. Do not be hard on yourself. This is just to gain some clarity around what's even happening in your business, what you're working on, what you put your energy towards. And maybe the thing you're doing out of habit, you actually love to do, even if it's not working. Well, that still serves a purpose, right? Just be real about whether it's working for its original purpose and why you were doing it to start with. Is it supposed to bring leads in? Is it supposed to help you um, provide a certain type of service? Is it, whatever it is, just be real about it. Okay, start wrapping it up. All right, so we have um, a two-part answer in this finish the sentence today. The thing in my business I would fight to keep is blank. And I know that because blank. So, based on everything you just wrote down, everything you just said, the thing in my business I would fight to keep is blank. And I know that because blank. And write out the entire sentences because that's where the magical stuff happens, not just the answers. And again, if it's not about your business, then just fill in the blank as it matters. The thing in my life I would fight to keep is blank. Or the thing in my relationship I would fight to keep is blank. The thing in my daily routine I would like I would fight to keep is blank. It could be any of those things. Don't forget the second part of that. And I know that because blank. And I'm going to give you a couple more minutes to finish that one up. We have about a minute left. So you feel free to be detailed a little bit. The thing in my business I would fight to keep is blank, and I know that because blank. Hey, and as you're finishing that up, I really just want to say, you know, the staying power is not about what survives because of like habit or because it's the consistent thing that you do. It's about what you would actually rebuild if everything disappeared. Like if it was a fresh start, a clean start over, what is it that you would actually rebuild if it disappeared? And hopefully today you got a little bit of clarity around that. Something that I do want to repeat is what I started out saying, because there's something about this line, this quote that like just blows my mind. Not everything still standing is strong, and not everything that feels fragile is actually falling apart. And so I think it's important that we keep that sort of thing in mind. And yeah, I'd love to know how it went for you, Eveline. How did it go?
Good. The only thing that's working for me as far as engagement is when I ask for prayers for people who are, going through a rough time and things. So, of course, I'm going to keep that because my engagement goes way up on that. But everything else is kind of lukewarm, but I'm just starting out, so I'm going to keep doing everything.
Yeah.
I'm start, I'm starting to post affirmations every day, and of course I do the birthdays and the onboarding,
Yep.
and so I'm doing basics for right now until I can get into to working on it full time.
Well, and I think, I know that that seems like basics, but doing birthdays and just doing like the welcome posts and birthdays, that's a lot of work. That's
Yeah.
still a lot, like it's more than I don't do either of those things.
Yeah.
Um, and I've thought about implementing that, but it's just another layer of staying on top of things. So give yourself credit because it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But I love that that's what is giving you the most engagement, because that's honestly the whole purpose of your community. It's that support. It's that knowing that you're not alone going through one of the hardest parts of your life, you know?
Yeah.
So,
And see, I didn't think of it like that. But
mm,
yeah, it's my it's the best thing going for my community right now,
I
which
love
is
that.
okay. Yeah. So
Yeah,
once I get rid of the big thing hanging over my head, then I'll be able to dig deeper into what I'm going to do. So,
I love that.
and and Lion Flood told us. He says, "Really, the people want to see you and they want you to share your story live." And I thought, "Oh, okay."
You'll get there when you're ready.
Yeah, when
Oh,
I'm ready. Yeah, I just thought I don't have time to invest in that right now, but you know, once I get my situation handled, then I seriously am going to have to think about that and do it because I know he said it's important, the live engagement.
and I agree with that. And it doesn't necessarily mean what popped into my head is that there are different ways of doing that.
Okay.
If just sitting in front of, like a Loom video and recording yourself, like talking about this experience, just you one on one with your camera, if that's scary, maybe you start by having somebody ask you questions about it, kind of like podcast style, where it's
Oh,
like somebody's like, "Well, how did this go for you? Well, what did that make you?" And they can
yes.
help you with it and work with you to ask you questions so you don't feel like you have to have a whole script,
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
you know?
Or maybe I can ask one of my clients to come on with me and we can discuss how we each handled something. That's a good idea. Thank you,
Yeah, I love
Christine.
that
Uh,
because it doesn't mean that like your whole story has to come out all at once, right?
right,
There are
right.
different parts of your story that you can get comfortable talking about and get comfortable with those little bits with somebody one on one,
Yeah.
like you said. Um, and then, you know, maybe eventually that will inspire you to be like, you know what, I'm gonna sit down and record the whole thing right now and share it. And but those little bits and pieces, those little bite-sized nuggets, people have time for that. People will consume that, you know,
Right.
sometimes easier than they will,
A
you
whole
know,
long
a 10-minute
video.
video about
Yeah.
like some really intense stuff that's going to make everyone cry, which is good. It's crying in a good way because you're here with us, and you fought
Right.
through it. And we're proud of you. Um, but it's that, it's just a heavier content. And so maybe those little bite sizes are just as important, you know.
Great. Yeah. Ah, good. Good. Thank goodness you record this.
Yeah, it'll always be out there in the
Yay.
world.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh,
Yes.
you are welcome. You are welcome. And is there anything else you want to add to this? Because I'm
No, that
all
was
right.
that was it. Yeah, that was it. Thank you. I
You
appreciate
are
it. Start of my day. Yes, my morning. I call you my morning coffee.
yeah, this is a much earlier morning coffee than what we usually
Yes.
do. So I apologize I'm making it so early for you and for
No.
anybody who's actually like watching this still, if there is anyone still watching this. It is 9:39 a.m. for me, and that means it's 6:39 a.m. for Eveline.
Yeah.
So I'm not even a human really at 6 a.m. So I commend you for being here, showing up and doing this thing.
Well, like I said, you're my morning coffee, and I've missed it, so I had to jump on.
Awesome. Oh, I'm so glad you did, Eveline. So glad. All right.
Okay, so we'll see you in the yard.
Sounds good. Bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, my dear. Thank you back.